Hey guys, Rob Caputo here, and today's going to be an easy one today. Well, I don't know. For some people, it's not that easy. It took me a little while to kind of figure it out, but I wanted to kind of share this with you. The key fob on a Volvo car. This is a very standard key fob that you see on a Volvo. You see this one right here. And yeah, a lot of the modern Volvos have this, and it's not that intuitive to be able to get into to replace the battery that's inside it. So I'm going to actually go through this. This one is pretty much expired. It kind of takes me to get the door open. I have to go all the way up to the car and actually hopefully get it open so I know it's dying. So what we're going to do is we're going to replace the battery. The first thing you want to do is you want to buy the replacement battery, and that's an 2032 battery, right? So I have these Energizers, the 2032, and I'll show you what they look like here. So it says 2032. You can buy them at your supermarket. You can buy them at Home Depot, Lowe's, wherever. You know, if you happen to have an electronics store and you can pick one of these up, you know, it shouldn't be a problem. Those are very readily available. Go step by step, easy. I'll put the camera on the table here. I'll show you how to replace the battery in this key fob. This is Talking with Cars. All right, so we're not going to look at me. We're going to look at the remote because so I'm kind of focused on the key fob right here, and I'm going to show you step by step what you need to do to kind of replace the battery here. I picked up a couple tools here. It's the little pick here for maybe prying the battery out or removing the cover that's on the battery, and then a flathead screwdriver. There's usually a cover that's on top of the battery that you need to kind of unwind, you know, counterclockwise to open it up. So let's kind of figure this out. So the first thing you want to do is there's two pieces here. I don't know if you can notice. See, there's two pieces, two halves to this key fob. So the first thing you want to do is you want to you see this little switch right here that you can move back and forth. Let's see if I can show that. You can move that back and forth, and what that does is it releases one side of the key fob. So let's do this. Let's press that down and slide, right? So press down and slide open, and that'll allow you to open this part of the key fob open, right? So I'm going to release this and put that down on the table, and you're going to see on the inside you have your emergency key, right? This is your emergency key that's used just in case you need to get into your car, right? And the remote is completely not working. Behind the handle, and I'll see if I can add in some B-roll here. Behind the handle, there's a key, a hole, right? Just like an older version of, you know, before key fobs were around, it's got a key hole so you can actually get to it and remove the key. This is what you do. You basically move this forward and then lift up. And then now you have the key that's inside the remote, the fob, right? Now this key will open up your door. So let's put that back because we don't need that. But on the other side of the key fob, after we opened up this door, and let's keep track, right? This first door was on the key side, so we're going to keep track of that. There's also another button. Now that button is over here, and what that'll do when you push this is it'll actually release the other side. So you push this down and then slide the other side to open it up. Okay, so it's back and up to remove it. All right, so we're going to keep that to the side. Now you'll see on the inside of the remote, you're going to see this where the battery is, right? It actually says CR2032 on the bottom. So that tells you what type of battery it is, right? So it matches the battery that we picked up. And then it's an open closed door, right? So this is counterclockwise, clockwise. So to open it, you need to kind of move this arrow to the open position. So that's why I have my flathead screwdriver. I could put the flathead screwdriver in this little notch right here and then move this whole thing to the side, right? So now it's in the open position. Okay, so now with it in the open position, there's a little area that's right here that gives you a little bit more of a gap. Now you're going to take this little pick and you're going to open this up, right? And you're going to open that up like that. You're going to put that aside along with your cover, and there's the battery, okay? And the battery's held in with 1, 2, 3 tabs, okay? So you got to be careful that you don't break the tabs. So all you want to do is you want to take one side of it, right, and kind of peel it out. And pay attention to which side's the positive and which side's the negative. Okay, the positive side is the one with the words, and it shows the positive sign right there. And the negative side is the back side, right? And then that's what it looks like on the inside. So what you're going to do is you're going to take your new battery, right, and then you're going to slide it into these two little pieces right here. Slide it in, and then press down. And then it locks into place. So now the battery is inside these two pieces right here, right? That's where I slid the battery in, and then I press down, and then this locks it into place right here. This little plastic piece, right? So if you want to remove it again, you just take this pick, you get underneath the battery, and you lift. Well, to put it back in, let's do this again. To put it back in, I'm going to go words facing you, right? Take the battery, put it on the back side where these two little tabs are, and then press down. Now the battery's in place. Now you can see that this has a water seal, right? To make it damp proof, or not waterproof, but water sealed, right? So that water can't get in here. So what you're going to want to do is put this cover back into place. Now you know it was in the open position, right? So because that arrow set it. So just line that up so it's in the open position. Okay? Easy peasy. Then you take your screwdriver, and then you're going to want to go clockwise to lock it. Now it's in the closed position, right? So hopefully you can see that. See, that's closed position. All right, now you're done. Now you're going to take the back side of the remote, right? And this goes in one way, okay? So you're going to see there's a little bit more of a grab on the bottom side of the key fob. You're going to put that in here, press down, and then you're going to slide it forward, and it locks into place, okay? So let's try that again. We're going to open that up by sliding it back and up. Now, to reinstall it, you're going to go down and then forward, right? You're going to push this way towards the key ring side, and that's going to close that side up. So now the battery side is all done. Now you're going to take the other side, and you're going to do the same thing. You're going to find the end of the cover that's got the little hooks right here, and that's going to be on the back side of the key. So you're going to put that down, push down, and then slide forward. And now you're done. The battery is complete, right? It's got a new battery in there. Key fob is closed up. Now all you got to do is go out to the car and just double check it. Make sure that it opens and closes, and do it from a slight distance so you know it works. All right, so hopefully that was helpful for all of you that have Volvo cars and you've always had a kind of a little bit of a hard time replacing these batteries and these key fobs, because they're kind of unique. You know, they're a little bit different than the normal key fob, and you can't get directly to the battery all at once. You kind of have to go through a couple different steps. Hopefully that was helpful, and tell me down below which key fob that you have a problem with, you know, if you've had problems with. This was always a little tricky for me, you know, the key fob for Volvo, but once you get it, it's very easy to replace. So hopefully that was helpful. Like, subscribe, and I'll see you on the next one. Peace.